Smash that motherfucking like button, smash that follow button. It's the me, Mario.
Mainly a disclaimer, because YouTube don't play that. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes. Please read.
A fake list. And I always, like, when it be something political, I kind of watch it through a little bit, just so I don't want no implications, bro. I don't want no implications like, oh, you said I don't want no, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody trying to come for me, and everything that I say has to be correct, bro. It has to be. So I can't take the chance on it being boom boom. But when it's them, it's them. You feel me? So I'm rocking with it. Yeah.
Donald Trump is absolutely losing it as the Epstein files continue to expose.
But I have been watching so much different stuff about the same thing. It's hard to not watch a video I'm gonna react to. Now these ain't just regular like videos like skits or nothing like that, or TikToks and all that. We like cartoons. This is like something that's really, really important, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna cause a lot of problems for people.
Him and his regime. And so he had his Department of Justice release basically a bogus list, which they call, this is the politically exposed list of people who are in the Epstein files. And so they try to like bury Donald Trump's name, which of course is on the list, with a bunch of other people. And they're doing it in a way to kind of just give the middle finger to the entire investigation into the child sex trafficking, and give the middle finger to the entire survivor community. And I don't say this lightly, but like, look at who the people they're listing as politically exposed. The Pope John Paul II, late Pope. They have Elvis Presley on there.
Bro.
There they have Janis Joplin, who died in 1970. Marilyn Monroe is on.
Didn't they do that to her anyway? And I'm not implicating like nothing Epstein related. I didn't know they was, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I thought they kind of like got rid of her or something, like, the elite. I thought the elite did that. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard something about that. I distinctly remember. I don't think she just, it was just like, oh, she passed.
There.
But come on, Marilyn Monroe and Elvis. What about y'all though? Like, no, what about y'all? I can't play this song. Hold on, I gotta turn that song off. I was gonna play it. Yeah, so like, I'm not even understanding, like, bro, what about the people that's alive? What about the people that are alive? I could have swore one of just say the right's defense, MAGA's defense was, he's dead. Why are we still worrying about a dead guy? It's over. You're gonna do bigger things than you've never seen before. Like, bro, don't nobody care now about that. We talking about the people who are here. That's irrelevant, bro. Did they just like, that had to be somebody on a promo team? Like, we need to like have some super iconic names in here of people who are gone. Because when people hear like names like Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, Michael Jackson, like people like that, you're automatically gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's automatically gonna do something, especially to somebody that's like, that don't have no sense, that believe these people anyway. You feel me? And I ain't talking about Midas Touch. I'm talking about the administration for releasing that, bro. That's
and they're
crazy.
saying these are the politically.
Can't they get like? Ain't that a charge? Can't you get
exposed
indicted for
people
that?
who were involved in the Epstein list. Then you look through it and you have people like Todd Blanche
That's
and
perjury.
Donald Trump's
Is that
name.
not perjury? Because that had to go to the court. Is that not perjury?
But that's how they think they're being clever, by including all those people together. I mean, it's just so utterly despicable. And by the way, even Marjorie Taylor Greene's like, I'm all over the lists and the emails.
And when you know somebody like her is on it, bro, it make you think like, dang, are they really playing double agent like that? Are they really playing us that bad? Like how like how Marjorie Taylor Greene just switched, and how Alex Jones is kind of like on Candace Owens' top right now. You know what I'm saying, about Erica Kirk and about Charlie and about all that. You feel me? And yo, bro, this is crazy, bro.
And she's like,
we only talking about this for the next 2 years.
Wasn't even a member of Congress,
Because even if they go to court, and I'm sorry I keep stopping you, even if they go to court, y'all know how rich people do. They gonna keep dragging it out, and they gonna let them do it. You feel me? At least it'll be a start, some momentum going, but some motion with it. But bro,
until after Epstein, died. And so you're putting me on the list. And so, it just seems to be what the Trump regime is doing. We got the scoop first here on the Midas Touch Network. Aaron Parnas reported the Department of Justice has sent over a letter to Congress outlining, or supposed to outline, why it made the redactions to the Epstein files. It's a 6-page letter that then includes the list of politically exposed persons, and it's Elvis, Pope John Paul II, Marilyn Monroe, Janis Joplin, people like that. As Democratic Congress member Ro
there's
Khanna
somebody
writes,
that's
the
gonna
DOJ
be like,
is once again purposefully muddying the waters
there's somebody that's gonna be
on
like,
who
yeah,
is a predator and who is mentioned in
oh, they okay, go USA, like, bro.
email to have Janis Joplin, who died when Epstein was 17,
and rest in peace to all these people they smearing, bro,
in the same list as Larry Nassar, who went to prison for the sexual abuse of hundreds of young women.
Oh dang, except for him though.
And child pornography, with no clarification of how either was mentioned in the files is absurd. Release the whole files. Stop protecting predators. Redact
3 million files. She said, oh, we're not done with them yet. They're sitting on my desk. Then got pressed, and then like literally ignored the court, and then like got pressed again, only because of the people. If we didn't speak up, y'all, they wouldn't be talking about this right now. Y'all gotta get y'all, matter of fact, because you just are special. You are loved. You are a part of a family that cannot be broken, no matter what they do, no matter how they try to silence us, bro. Inherited will never be tarnished. It will never be extinguished, bro. That fire will never be doused out, bro. I'm gonna let you know that, bro.
like, only the survivor's name and
we get the salute, bro.
Produce what's called a privilege log. Yes, it's going to be very difficult for you to make a privilege log. It isn't easy. Back in the day when I was...
This is activism, bro. This is activism at its finest, bro. I see this man every day, bro. He don't got time to do nothing. He got free time. He has to record, though, bro. He records a lot, bro. Yeah, you got downtime, probably to sleep and do a few other things, but like, bro, ain't nobody just making this stuff up.
Litigator, I would do it on all of my cases. It's a spreadsheet. It may be thousands of pages, tens of thousands
3
of
million
pages,
bro,
or hundreds of thousands
and
of
then
pages.
Another,
where you go through,
and then another 3 million that they didn't even. You feel me?
Each. This is what you're supposed to do in every case. You list the document number. We call it a Bates number. Those are those numbers on the bottom right of the document. And if you're withholding any information, You then on the spreadsheet assert what privilege or claim you're making for purposes of withholding that document. And then you give a little bit of a description of why you're withholding the document. Obviously, your description can't be too specific if you're rightfully withholding it on the basis of a privilege, but you're supposed to give a little description. And then if someone wants to challenge it, they look at your privilege log, they bring it to a court, and then they're able to challenge it. But here, the Trump DOJ is also claiming no judges can enforce the Epstein Transparency Act. So they are the only people who can enforce it. You have Marjorie Taylor Greene going on more right-wing podcasts. I mean, she's furious about what's taking place. And she said, look, I want everybody to know that the person who's fighting the release and who has fought the release of the Epstein files the hardest, she says, is Donald Trump. She's like, you may not want to hear that.
I like,
she's
bro,
on a right-wing podcast. She goes,
hey, every time he starts his videos, he's like, Donald Trump. Hey, bro, it's so serious.
The truth.
Bro.
It's coming from Trump. That's who wants to block this. And I think it's obvious why. Listen to what Marjorie Taylor Greene has to say in her own words. Here, play this clip.
Pam Bondi, she serves at the pleasure of the president and his administration, and those there are telling her, here's who you can prosecute. No, don't do this. I mean, they told her that the Epstein files, that fight to release the Epstein files came directly from President Trump. And I know a lot of people have a hard time with that, but that is the truth. He fought the hardest to stop these files from being released. And the only reason that he signed our bill that we passed in the House was because he had to.
And then she says that the biggest miscalculation Donald Trump ever did was calling the Epstein files a hoax. Here, play this clip.
It became a massive political problem. Biggest political miscalculation in Donald Trump's career was calling this a hoax, fighting the release of it, and having Mike Johnson, the speaker, refuse to bring the bill to the floor, to the point where Thomas Massey, myself, Nancy Mason, Lauren Boebert actually had to vote with all of the Democrats to get it released, to get it.
You know, I don't, where I will disagree with Marjorie Taylor Greene on mostly everything. It wasn't that Trump miscalculated it. It's that he's demented and he's a predator. And so he's spewing and saying things that predators say. And so for Trump, he just thinks that, you know, he gets to say, this is like Russia, 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 Russia. And he goes, it's a hoax, Russia, 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 Russia. And it's like all of the things that Donald Trump.
This is what I see when I think about Donald Trump, bro. Like, I'm just not understanding, bro. When you're like this, in my head, when you walk, that's what you look like. What am I supposed to think, bro? Y'all don't know, that's Muck. Muck is a Pokemon. It's horrible, bro.
Claims are hoaxes are not hoaxes. Okay. They're the reality, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I hate to, remember the movie at the end, Sixth Sense, where it's like, I see dead people, because, you use dead the whole time. Sorry if I ruined the ending for everybody. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm ruining the ending for you right now. Everything he says is a hoax. He's really the one who's behind all of this criminality. I mean, right. Russia, Russia, Russia is a hoax. You have a photo of you and Vladimir Putin in the West Wing above the photo of you and your grandchild. I mean, you invited Putin to Alaska, several months ago, and you rolled out the red carpet and made our troops bend down on their knees and literally kiss Putin's feet. It was like one of the most disgusting things. You're trying to do fake $12 trillion deals with Putin. You're being called out for it at the Munich security conference.
Hey, Trump do be lying though, bro. He always put a big number on something, bro. And he always say it's the best that anybody's ever seen. And people, yo, Yo, Muzz would really be up there, like, believing him, though. Like, he'd be like, it's the best, like, anybody has ever seen anywhere in the world. It's the largest anywhere in the world. And it don't be, though. And it'd be like, man, like, when he got reelected, this last time, his first 2 months, 3, 4, I'm gonna say 4 months, he said the same thing. One of the things that I can remember was about the hostages. That was important, of course, very important. Like, I didn't really get into Israel stuff too much, you know, even like researching it or nothing. I'm over that, like on some being concerned about stuff that's going on outside my country. I can't control that. I can't control what's going on here, but like, you know, I just feel sad for all of that and what's going on. So, and then people mishandling it because whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yo, Russia, Donald. I mean, so
Marsha.
during the E. Jean Carroll case, where Donald Trump was found liable for sexual assault by a federal jury, you had Roberta Kaplan, the lawyer. She cross-examined Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump, at the end of the deposition, said, "See you on Tuesday" or something. He spelled out the horrific C word to refer to the female lawyer. But the reason I want to bring this up is she had a great line of questioning where she said, so you claim 2020 election is a hoax, right? You say you believe you win. That's a hoax. You claim that when you were accused of sexually assaulting my client, E. Jean Carroll, that's a hoax, right? He goes, that's a hoax. So you claim that Russia colluded.
Bro, do you know how hard it would be? This is off subject, but do you know how hard it would be if we really had to do jutsu and we really had to do hand signs? How hard it'd be, bro, to get them on point and without practice. This the
Collusion is a hoax, right? You claim all these things are hoaxes, right? It was a very strong line of questioning. I'll just show you two right-wing podcaster.
I promise you, you can literally breathe better when you do this, bro. Like it's for your crown chakra, and it's for, like, you feel me, just for like clarity, all that. It do a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's what I know for a fact it do for me. Like, I can feel that off right now. Like, I literally can breathe. Like, it opened up.
Dylan, here's what he had to say the other day about Pam Bondi. Let's play it.
Pam Bondi, you got to remember, Pam Bondi is from Florida. She was, I believe, the Attorney General of the state of Florida.
She's sophisticated.
She's way in over her head. I feel bad for her. She's like a real housewife. She's not supposed to be doing this. They all get in there, and they all think, they all go, oh, we're gonna, justice is here. Like the Avengers are here. Her and Cash and Bongino. He's already back to podcasting. It's in under a year. She has no idea what's going on. She gets in there, and these people are all unprepared.
Two things. They sent her off. She got hyped from being around all the power. And the second thing is she did, you know how you start a new job and you see people doing stuff and you be like, yeah, I could probably do that in a couple months. Like, they doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing at work. That don't mean you go do it though, and then you got to kind of ease into being, you know what I'm saying, seeing what you can do, what you can't do. Yeah, they sent her off because they didn't tell her like they didn't tell her like, oh, we ain't got your back though. You can go ahead and do that, but just because you're the Attorney General, bro, that don't mean you just invincible, bro. Me as a citizen, if that don't matter, how I feel at her being inhumane, on countless occasions, about death, about our health, about our finances, about our children, about our everyday life, bro. Let alone spirit. She not fit, if you ask me.
They're all
Everybody know that, but like
unprepared for what is about to happen. They don't know. She doesn't know what's.
Caroline Levitt lucky too, cause yeah, you're like the same. I think she's inhumane
about
also.
to happen. She has no idea. And then they're given a choice. They're like, you.
She look like a gerbil. It ain't her fault though. You feel me? A mean gerbil.
You're
not really in the roasting mood right now, but I'm just saying, like, she do look like a gerbil.
involved now in this cover up. This is you. This is on you. You're in it with us. Kesh Patel's in it because he's like probably being, he's another one's being handled.
And then look at him, got the Epstein background up there. I don't know who this dude is. I ain't like ragging on him for it. I'm pretty sure it's a reason for it. Home of the Brave, is that a right wing podcast?
He's another one's being either controlled to some degree. He's lying. He knows.
So just turning to a moment to what's going on in the Munich Security Conference, because, here in the United States, as you have, the Trump regime engaging in the most heinous cover-up of a child sex trafficking. Now, just think about how serious this is. Just pull back for a second, right? How important is it for all of us that the Epstein list be released, right? And so what the Trump regime does is they put out a fake list that has the names of Marilyn Monroe and Janis Joplin and the Pope and people like that. That's how demented and sick these are. And they try to mix
All right,
it.
I don't think he is though. I don't think he right wing. I don't know. It's not really saying nothing about it. I'm just gonna have to check it out.
With people who are actually involved.
And no disrespect, Scott, like if you know what I'm saying, I ain't saying you are MAGA if you're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like a right wing. I don't know.
So we don't know. And then not only that, but then they don't include a lot of people who are actually involved as well. That's what our demented, failed, ridiculous regime is doing here. But, look abroad when they try to bring their talking points to Munich. Like, look, you have Kaja Kallas. She's the main foreign policy chief for the European Union. Just watch her trying to hold in her laughter as she watches Mike Waltz, Donald Trump's secretary, Donald Trump's ambassador to the United Nations, as he's like, we stopped 8 wars. Donald Trump is a peace president. We did 8 wars. The world leaders are actually laughing in the face of the American representatives in Munich. Here, play this clip.
Why hasn't the UN been able to resolve issues like a border dispute between Cambodia and Thailand or Azerbaijan?
What dispute did we end? I hope you're not saying we ended so the border crisis is over. Huh? Y'all made it worse. It hasn't stopped. What is he talking about? What is
Or media, or we could walk around the world, or Kashmir and India and Pakistan, where we faced a very serious nuclear escalation. So what I'm hearing outside of forums like this privately is thank you for American leadership. America has to lead. If we have to have more focused plurilateral or focused multilateral organizations to do so, I think that should be perfectly acceptable if we're getting the results that results in.
Did somebody like kidnap or hold the whole administration and like disguise themselves as them, and then and now they just sabotaging? Is this like a crazy just like Mission Impossible stunt or something? What's going on, bro?
In peace and security.
Then you have Republican Senator Tom Tillis from North Carolina.
And what are those new pins they wearing? It got the American flag on it with it looked like a police shield or something. Hold on. I don't know if that's just federal agents that got those or what. The government pins that have the American flag and a police shield on it. Mm-mm. Nah, that ain't what I'm talking about, bro. Oh, that's the FBI. Okay, I got you. It's the FBI. I thought that was something new. I'm like, dang, do that mean police state or something? I don't know.
With Senator Shaheen as well, and they're out there. And here's what Republican Tom Tillis had to say. Here, play this clip.
I've heard it said by someone that who gives a shit about who owns Greenland. The 55,000 indigenous people of Greenland give a shit about who owns Greenland. And at the end of the day, we need to show them respect. And we need to understand the fiscal reality that we don't have to pay a dime to project power in the Arctic with our partners like Canada, who will bring the icebreakers to clear the channels to get there, and some of the Scandinavian partners who are the true Arctic experts, along with some of our Alaskan military personnel.
Very forceful right there. And speaking of Greenland, then we heard from the Prime Minister of Greenland, Jens Frederik Nielsen. Here's what he had to say. Let's play it.
It's not only about Greenland. Imagine a NATO country acquiring, taking, threatening an ally. Where would the world stand if that happened? We would be a puzzle. We would be a puzzle in a big game. And what would prevent those America, if they did that, USA and Russia and China, to split up the world in 3 big blocks if this was allowed? It's outrageous. And I don't think we can lower shoulders either. I think we have to take some steps.
We also heard from the leader in Spain right now, Pedro Sanchez. Here's what he had to say about the fact that America is going to be spending $1 trillion on rebuilding or building up their nuclear arsenal when that amount of money could literally stop global poverty. Play this clip.
But now,
prediction.
Wow.
Add it to the record, bro. Add it to the record, bro. I said that 2 videos ago. 3. I said that 3 videos ago, bro. How are they allowed? Bro, this is so crazy, bro. It's not even about the people who are just wealthy individually. I just blame the government for everything. Y'all regulate everything. It's y'all fault. How is it not y'all fault? Y'all take our taxes, bro. Spend it on stuff that y'all feel like we need. And then it ain't even adequate. Y'all take everybody's stuff and divvy it back out and ration it back out. Breadcrumb it out. Little wet. Get your hand a little wet and then flick it out. You feel me? You get...
the tide is turning. Nuclear powers have forgotten the lessons of the past, and they are expanding their nuclear arsenals once again. Together, they are spending more than $11 million every single hour on them. And experts estimate that the US alone will invest $946 billion in nukes over the next decade, enough to eradicate extreme global poverty.
And then 2 more points I want to make of what's going on.
Yeah, so shoot. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know, bro. How's this making y'all feel, bro? It's scandal on scandal on scandal on scandal on scandal under scandal. Then you lift it up some more and then some more scandal, and then open the bag, get some scandal on there in the closet too. Under the car seat. You feel me? Like what's going on, bro? What's going on? They send a fake list. Send a real list, bro. But like I said, man, out of 6 million and counting files, 6 million plus, like what do you expect, man? These people evil out here, bro. These people evil out here. I'm just glad I got people like y'all, man. I got something to look forward to, man. It's still hope out here, bro. It's the righteous will prevail. We still ain't lost. And I just want to thank everybody that shares videos like this. That go to Midas Touch, go subscribe to them, bro. They about to be at 6 million subscribers. I just changed the goal to 1,000. You see it up there, you feel me? We going up. We finna hit 50. You feel me? I want to thank everybody, like from the bottom of my heart, bro. Because even though that's just 50 subscribers almost, like I said, we getting there, bro. People commenting, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with y'all, bro. And shoot, it's built every day, not overnight.